welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'm going to be showing you my professional makeup kit. So I have cleaned everything out and I've made it so it's full of things that I actually genuinely use on clients. I also go through like products, what sort of products I use, some of my favourite products that I use on clients and all of that good stuff. Yeah, I'm excited to show everyone what I have because I do have a lot of makeup, but I'm not mad about it. So if you'd like to see what I've got in my professional makeup kit, then please keep on watching. Okay, so to start off with, I'm going to be showing you the bottom half of my case, which is where all of my makeup is. The top part is just my eyelashes, so let's jump into the bottom part of the case. Okay, so basically I've got all of my makeup in these plastic, I guess they're like sort of lunchbox sized bags, but they're clear so you can see what's inside of them. I've got all of my makeup products just in these, just as it's so easy to see where everything is. So I'm going to go through each bag step by step and show you what's inside of it. Okay, so this bag is my eyelashes, so I'll just open this up. So in this bag I've got a mixture of eyelashes, so there are some Ardell individual lashes, another packet of Ardell. These are Ardell baby wispies, which is really good for mature aged clients because they're not too full on. My mum really likes those. These ones, they're obviously a bit thicker, but they're from AliExpress, so they do lots of different styles and designs. That's just one of them. I also love the Holy Grail eyelashes as well. So out of the Holy Grail ones, I've got all of them, but my favourite / most popular are probably Fairy, Princess, Queen Bee Light, Queen Bee wispies and Missy lashes. They're probably my most popular out of those ones. I also have some of the Ardell Glamour wispies, and I've also got some natural ones. So we've got in here we've got some Glam Eyes. They're natural ones. They're basically exactly the same as these, they're just a different brand. But yeah, so I've just got, and I've out of the this brand, so the AliExpress brand, my favorite style is probably D113. They're just a really nice fluffy lash. They're nothing too full on, but they're just really nice and fluffy. But yeah, so I've just got basically just a bit of a selection in this little bag. I also, as you saw at the beginning, I do have like a big bag that goes on top of my normal case, which is full of eyelashes. I don't tend to take that with me to like clients' houses if I do a wedding or anything, just because it's too heavy. So I like to have a small little bag full of a few eyelashes that I can take. Obviously, like the more popular sort of styles, I'll put more in of them, and then yeah, you kind of get the drift. Okay, so this bag is my my eye products. So I've got all my eyeliners, my mascaras, my what are they called? My eyelash glues, my waterline liners, brow gels, all that sort of stuff. So for brows I use the Inglot gel liners. This one's in the shade 17, and I've also got one in the shade 16, which is one of my favorites. I've got the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow Pomade in medium brown. I tend to use the Inglot ones a lot more though. For brow, like I've got some brow setting gels in here. For mascaras I've got Clinique, Clinique, Stila, that one's a Maybelline one. That's another Clinique one in there. For lash glue I tend to use the Huda Beauty one. If people are having eyeliner, if they're not having eyeliner and want it to be more natural, I'd go with the Duo because this one does dry clear, as the Huda Beauty one dries black, or is black. For gel liners I like to use the Inglot gel liner in the shade 77, mixed in with a little bit of the Inglot Duraline, which is really good. I also have a couple of Kryolan gel cream liners in there as well. I tend to lean for the Inglot one more. My favourite pencil liner is the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On eye pencil. This one's in the shade 0. It's just a black liner pencil. These are some coloured liners, so the colourful ones are mainly NYX Vivid Brights, and then we've got a few of the Urban Decay Heavy Metals, so Midnight Cowboy and Glam Rock, and then there's a white Urban Decay one in there as well. That is all of my like eye sort of stuff. Okay, so this one is my, oh, I don't want to catch it, catch on fire. So this is my foundation bag. So the foundation that I use on basically everyone is the Too Faced Born This Way. It's kind of medium to full coverage, so you can build this foundation up. It's a very kind of, I find it as a satin finish because it's not too matte and it's not too dewy at the same time, which I feel like works good on everyone's skin. I do apply this with a beauty blender because I don't know, it just works better, I think. So I love this one. I've also got some NARS ones in here. This is the Sheer Glow. I love this one for more mature age skin. I've also got a Naked Skin Urban Decay one, which is a little darker shade. I've got lots of different shades in the Too Faced one. This one's a darker for more darker skin tones. These are just some new of the NARS foundation. I've also got my concealers in here as well. So for concealers, I tend to go with my Tarte Shape Tape concealers. So I've got a few different shades. I've got a few light ones and I've also got a few darker ones, obviously for darker toned skins. And these are also really nice to, cream contour with as well. I also have the Too Faced Born This Way concealer. I've got, this one's a Kat Von D one, actually. It's really nice for cream contouring. I've also got the MAC Select Cover Up, which is what I use to like carve out the brows and create as a base for my eyeshadow. And I've got a MAC Pro Longwear Concealer in there as well. Okay, so this is my essentials kit. So basically I have all the stuff that I 110% need to take with me. Well, I mean, chewing gum's not really essential, but I do like to have some chewing gums in my kit. I also have the Garnier translucent, oh my god, the Garnier Micellar Water. I've got some makeup wipes, some disposable spoolies, because obviously you can't be using the same mascara wand in everyone. This is a beauty blender case, so I got these from Kmart. They were 50 cents for two. So basically you just put your beauty blender in there and keeps it nice and clean. I've got my, oh my goodness, I've got some business cards and a little protector because obviously otherwise they get covered in makeup. Some eyelash curlers. We've got some nail scissors and tweezers and a little metal thing. I don't really know what that is. And I also like to keep these in my kit as well. So they're basically just a little sample pot, but what I use these for is at the end of each application, whatever lipstick you have chosen, I will depot a little bit of that lipstick and put it into here. That way you can reapply your lipstick during your event or, you know, wherever you're going that night or day. I like to do this just because out of everything on your face, that is the one thing that probably won't stay on. So I do like to give people a little bit of the lipstick, so just put a little bit in there, just put a little bit in there, and then they can take it home with them. I also give you a little disposable lip wand as well, because otherwise you'll be digging your nails into that little pot and that's not easy. Next up we have all of my primers and setting sprays. So in this bag I've got the Benefit Professional, which is one of my favorites for the T-zone. My favorite to give like the skin a bit of a glow is the Laura Mercier foundation primer in Radiance, which is really pretty. There's also a Glam Glow Glow Starter illuminating moisturizer, which is really nice. We've also got the MAC Fix Plus, which I need to buy a new one of because I'm running out. We've got some Mecca Cosmetica illuminating drops. We've also got Mecca Max Oh My Matte, and there's also an Oh My Bright, I'm pretty sure it's called. We've got the Glam Glow Glow Setter setting spray, which is more of a dewy finish. We've got the Photo Finish Primer Water. We've got, oh, this one's really good actually. This is for your lips, so it's a MAC lip conditioner. It's really, really good. I might actually put some on now. And I love the fact that you can squeeze this out rather than having to scrape it off of a stick formula. So this is amazing for clients. It just makes your lips really hydrated before we apply the lipstick. For setting sprays, my favorites are the Urban Decay All Nighter. I do love this Glow Setter one because it is like a bit of a dewy finish if you're after that look. Oh, sorry, I also have just a random moisturizer in there, just if someone's got really dry skin. Probably my favourite though has to be the Kat Von D Lock-It makeup setting mist, just because it's so fine and it just literally sets everything in place 100%. So that is all my primers and setting spray. Okay, next up we've got all of my powders. So apart from this one's a cream contour and highlight stick. Apart from that one, everything else is powders. So we've got the Laura Mercier translucent powder, which I love to use to bake under the eyes. We've got some MAC bronzers. I've got another MAC one in there as well. The Monizer Sisters, which is just 3 of the different like highlighter, blush and a bronzer that they have. I've also got the Australis Fresh and Flawless powder, which is amazing. I have so many of these because I honestly think this is one of the best powders I've ever used. We've got a Charlotte Tilbury highlighter. I've got a NARS Duo. That one's the like powder version of this one. We've also got the Balm Bahama Mama and the Balm Hot Mama as well. I love this blush. We've also got a MAC blush as well. The Hoola by Benefit is an amazing contour shade. We've got some Mecca MAC, some Tarte highlighters. There's a Becca highlighter in there, Hourglass powder, a MAC highlighter, Charlotte Tilbury powder, a little baby Becca Opal because they didn't have the full size, an Inglot highlighter, which is amazing. This stuff lasts forever because it's a loose pigment, like a loose sparkle dust. A Fenty Beauty highlighter, and there's also a MAC highlighter underneath there as well. So this is just kind of like all the things that I use on my clients on like every time I do makeup, basically. Not all of this stuff, but I try and change it up a little bit, but these are my favorites that I like to use on my clients when I do their makeup. Okay, so these are all of my glitters, pigments, liquid eyeshadows, all of that good stuff. So my most popular, well, like my favorite pigments are probably the Inglot ones. So they're all underneath here. So these are all Inglot ones. My favorite one is probably the 124 pigment by Inglot. It's just such a nice, pretty golden shade. It's probably one of my most popular and requested colours as well. I've also got like rose golds, purples, champagne colours. We've got burgundies. We've got more like bright golds, coppers. Like you name it, I've probably got a colour in there for you. We've also got the Stila liquid eyeshadows as well. I recently got a couple new shades. So one of them's Wanderlust, which is a more like pink rose gold sort of shade, and this one is in the blue, which is a nice bluey purpley colour. I can't wait to use this. We've also got some Violet Boss glitters, sapphire glitters. I also like to use the Australis shimmer pots. Actually, the sapphire glitters are really good, and they're really affordable as well. And she's actually located in Perth, so that's always nice. So yeah, definitely check her out if you can, or if you were after glitters. She also does pick up as well, which is really handy if you're ordering last minute, so you don't have to wait for shipping, express shipping, because obviously even if it's within WA it takes forever. I also have the MAC pigments, so we've got like Copper Sparkle, Blue Brown, Black. There's like Vanilla, which is another one of my favorites. There's like Reflex Teal, Reflex Red. I've also got Too Faced Glitter Glue, which is which is really good. We've got some NYX glitters, and I also keep in here my shades, well, my gel liners that I use to cut my crease. So I use the Inglot gel liners. So this one's a shade 76, which is a white color, and I also use 94, which is a like rose gold pinky sort of color. So that is it for, actually no, I also have my MAC Nylon eyeshadow, which is good for highlighting the brow bone and the inner corner, and this one from Beauty Bakery in the shade Grey Sprinkles. It's just like a really sparkly glitter grey colour, which is amazing. And that is it for all of my glitters and pigments. This is probably one of my favourite little bags. It's just so colourful, and you just, yeah, it's just so much fun. I love it. Okay, so this is my lip little bag. So my favourite lipsticks are probably the MAC lipsticks. and also the Stila Stale Day liquid lipsticks. So we've got some nice red colours here. We've also got some nice nudes on the side. My most popular colour is probably Caramello from the Stila range. I don't know why, it's just such a nice nude and looks good on everyone. I also have my lip liners, so there's some NYX, Chi Chi, Krylin, I think there's a MAC one in there as well. We've got MAC, another few spare MAC lipsticks. We've got some Makeup Forever, Tarte, Anastasia Beverly Hills, Too Faced. There's a few Australis, but I don't tend to reach for them because their formula's not too good. Smashbox. There's just lots of different brands in here, but basically I tend to stick to the ones that obviously most people ask for. So yeah, they're mainly MAC and Stila. Okay, I'm just gonna have to move this little thing over to there because we can't fit her on. So basically this is my palettes that I reach for the most. If I can get it open, that would be amazing. Okay, let's just lean that there. Okay, so this palette right here is my probably most reach for palette, which is my Z palette. It's got most of them are Makeup Geek eyeshadows apart from a few Anastasia Beverly Hills eyeshadows. I reach for this one the most because I've chosen the colours and I know that I'm going to use like basically every single colour in this palette. Obviously there's like a few green ones which I don't reach for as much, but most of the other shades I reach for every single time I do someone's makeup. I love just like making your own palettes because at least you know you're going to be using those shades and you're not wasting your money on colours you'll never use. So that's one of my favourites. One of my other favourites is also the Jaclyn Hill palette. This has just got such nice colours in, just an absolutely beautiful colour range, and they are so goddamn pigmented, it is actually a joke. Oh my goodness, I nearly set the whole house on fire. Let's just put that on there. I also have an Inglot palette that I have made myself as well. It's just with some nice neutral warm browns. Obviously you can see the two that I use the most, the black and the chocolate brown. But again, it's just so good because I know that I'll use them all. I also have the Naked 2 Urban Decay Basics. This is just a really nice cool toned brown, so like brown. So if someone, I can never open this, so if someone wants like a nice, yeah, like a cool toned brown eyeshadow look, then that's probably my go-to. Otherwise, I love warm, oh my god, I love warm colours. I've also got my Huda Beauty Warm Brown Obsessions and Mauve Obsessions, just because they're really cute and small and they're really nice. And I've also got my Too Faced little black book of bronzers because it's handy to have a big book of bronzers that I can use like on everyone, and it's just there and ready to go. It's just easy. So that is for my most, like, sort of, I tend to reach for these the most. I also have a couple in my other box that I tend to reach for, but they just wouldn't fit with the lid going down and stuff. So I'll grab those. Okay, so these are the rest of my palettes that I have. So I'd probably put these two in my most used as well, which is my Huda Beauty Rose Gold palette, which has just got some really pretty colours in. I tend to use this for like pinky shades and the reds and the maroony sort of colours, which are really nice. And also the Kat Von D contour kit as well, which is just a really good contour kit. Also got in here some like cream, some really thick like camouflage makeup if anyone needs like tattoos and stuff covered up or like bruises and stuff. Got the Too Faced Sweet Peach Glow, Anastasia Moonchild. This is the Chloe Morello Ciate palette, Stila, Urban Decay Electric. Obviously I love this one, and there's a Morphe one that's a bright colour, the 35C, but I obviously don't tend to use really bright colours on most people. Most people kind of want a simple sort of look, but if you wanted a, you know, out there colourful look, then I've got those palettes there. A NARS palette, which is a blush and bronzer, the Hourglass brush, oh my god, the Hourglass blush palette, the Modern Renaissance, but I love this one, but just because I've like used all of the shades that I like in this palette, so I don't tend to reach for it as much anymore. We've got this Tarte, just a magnetic palette, but in here we've got the Sugar Pill palette, Sugar Pill eyeshadows, and then this one's an Anastasia Beverly Hills contour shade, but I use it as an eyeshadow. We've also got the Chocolate Bar and the Love Flush by Too Faced, which is also really nice because it's got a good variety of colours in. So this is my eyelash case. So this is basically all of my spare eyelashes. So we've got some little bundles here, some other spare Holy Grail ones, some of the AliExpress ones I mentioned before, some wispy. So in these trays I basically just stacked them up on top of each other. So these are all of my AliExpress ones. We've got a few more of the AliExpress along with the Holy Grail and Lush Co lashes as well. A few more Holy Grail, with the Lush Co in here as well, and also the AliExpress. And the bottom one is majority Holy Grail with my Lash Co and the AliExpress ones as well. I actually have another drawer like that's near my where my mirror is, I also have another drawer where my mirror is that's full of the Holy Grail ones as well, because I love to keep a big stock on them because they are probably one of my most requested and most loved eyelashes. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this little video on my professional makeup kit. If you liked this video, then please give it a thumbs up and also subscribe to my channel, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye!